Hello. Anyamime Femi Anyave. Novio Madogbanami. All my brothers and sisters, I greet everybody. Bonjour tout le monde. Bienvenue. My name is Choco, and today I'm hanging out with my good friends back in the day. They're up to something big, and I'd like to share that story with you. Gentlemen, welcome to Choco Millionaire.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Choco.
Thank you.
Today is also the first time I'm having 4 people, or 3 other people plus myself, so 4. Forgive us if you have some technical challenges here and there. We're going to manage ourselves through. We're hoping to coordinate this in a very nice way. Now, if you're also watching this video, I encourage you to share it on your social media platforms, in your WhatsApp groups, tag your friends, drop your comments, keep your questions coming as well. Today, we are going to talk about tech. So a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I did a video, probably wearing the same outfit. In that video, I hinted or I mentioned that I was going to be bringing you guys an interview around the tech industry. Today is happening. Now, I am fascinated by something. So one of the gentlemen on this platform happened to be somebody that I know back in the University of Ghana when we were all doing our bachelor's degree between 2008 and 2012. And he was in a totally different field of study at that time. If anybody had told me that today social media will make it possible for us to reconnect, and also for me to learn that this gentleman with his colleagues are all in the tech industry, I wouldn't have been able to predict that. George, welcome. Let me start and pick on you, George. George, your other colleagues, I know all of them back. We all graduated around the same time, but you, I personally know you. Tell a little bit of our history, me and you, how we kind of remember, if you remember anything at all. Me, I know say Charlie, if a quaffle hallway, Charlie, we meet way, you know, those days I believe I was in Commonwealth, and then later on I was coming down to a quaffle,
Yeah.
and then we connected. Tell people a little bit of the story, how we know each other back home.
Yeah, I do remember, we used to have, I think, a mutual friend who, I think, in the person of Ernest, and he was actually my roommate. So you usually come by and pass by, and then sometimes we hang out. If boys are hungry, those fine days, we just make some rice and shy. Those times we call shit or shy, and we bump up something good, fry some egg or boiled eggs, sardine, and then we just chill. So it's just like just normal school times. It was really fun.
Thank you. People say I was a talkative back there. Do you remember if I used to have debates and stuff when I came into your room? Or
no, I think at the time you were, for me, what I do remember you of is mostly like being more of like a ladies' man. I remember you used to go to the gym.
I used to go to the gym, and then
Sabah Hall, Annex B at the time, Okpo.
Yeah.
Then you guys were lifting weights and putting up the muscles, flexing, So I do remember that part of it. Yeah. I don't really remember you of much being like
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. And I was in political science department. You were in a different department. Which department were you in that time?
Yeah, so I was in College of Agriculture and Consumer Science. So I was basically studying agricultural science at the time.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me quickly come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Let's go to Robbie as well. Sure. Robbie, what year were you also at the University of Ghana for, and what department was that?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Choco. So basically, me and George and Kenneth were all basically in the same year group. We were all in the College of Agriculture and Consumer Sciences. It was, I think our year group was 2012. Yeah, that's when we completed. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Robbie. And Kenneth, everybody knows that you were in the year group. Which hall were you, Kenneth, back in the day?
I was in Legon Hall. Legon Hall. So yeah, that was for my first year. And second year I went to, I think, Legon Hall Annex A. And from the third year I got my own apartment around the East Legon area. So I used to, come in and out um, to campus when I have lectures. And sometimes I always hang around with my, colleagues because they were on campus. So when I come and we have lectures, which are like some hours apart, I'll just hang out with them, and eating in a Kwafu Hall, I think, with Robbie and, George. And sometimes we go to Bushke and, get some comical can be a gem, and sometimes we go to then times this guy Selassie and Orbit, they were in what is it,
Is it Vaco?
Panda.
It's a V-mates. They were V-mates. They were V-mates.
Yeah, so we go there to eat some that gobe up there, the mountain top. Yeah.
You got it. You
So
got it.
yeah.
Beautiful.
So yeah, that's a bit, that's what I can say about our journey on campus. So yeah, we were tight friends really, and we all coming to like Europe and traveling was more like a coordination between the same group. So we fly like like as they say uh birds birds of the same feathers flies together. So yeah, it's been like that since, and we're still holding on to it, and it's on a different level now. So yeah.
What a reunion for University of Ghana guys to be connecting today. What a reunion. And we also have one more thing in common, guys. All four of us also happen to be Airways. We are Airways. We didn't plan it, but we also happen to be Airways. So there's a reunion.
Funny thing is, I didn't know you were an ever guy. I thought you were a guy or something. Maybe probably because of the name Choco at the time. So yeah, that kind of deluded me to thinking that you were a gun guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I be 100% gun guy raised in Accra. So I come across more like a gun too. You see what I mean? It is so. Yeah, Charlie, on a more serious note, I wouldn't have predicted at all that George will go from doing agric to going into software, specifically DevOps. And then later on discovering that you guys are all in the same field and all of that. I like you to kind of tell people where you guys are both located. I'm in Canada. George, where are you at the moment?
Yeah, I'm currently located in the US.
Robbie, what about you, Robbie?
Yeah, I'm currently located in the UK.
And
Yeah,
Kenneth?
same as Robbie, I'm in the UK.
All right, guys. So we have Canada, USA, and a UK connection. All former students of the University of Ghana. I did political science. They are the real farmers. They are the ones who love agriculture. And they are the ones who are using technology now to do other things. You can ask them about whether they're still doing agriculture, but you can ask them about that. But guys, the conversation today is about tech, specifically DevOps. I have seen some of the testimonials coming out of what you guys do. For the record, these guys have teamed up to create an amazing platform that is helping people out there to kind of pivot into tech. And the interesting thing they say is that it doesn't even matter if you have zero background in IT. In other words, if you're a visual art guy, a home economics guy, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you've never done computer, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are really interested and you are gamed up for this. I would like to talk to them a little bit about this so that they can tell us. But let me ask this question. Why IT in the first place? Why IT? Why is it a big deal? Why should people really give it the mind today?
I mean, Choco, I mean, if even if you look around now, you can actually tell that IT has taken over the world. You know, every every sector that you actually, go into IT, is touching a certain part of that sector. I mean, let's take like the education sector, for instance. IT has made it possible for, us to even be able to, just like our platform we have built, we can even offer, training to people no matter where, their location is. This has just been made possible by IT. We can easily coordinate our students' enrollments and, keep records and all that, give them, practice exams as well to do and all that. I mean, IT has actually brought a lot of improvements into the education industry. Even looking into the sports industry, fans are even able to actually purchase tickets to go watch their favorite teams easily. They don't even have to even go to the stadium and actually um, get the ticket from there. From the comfort of your home, you can actually get a ticket. You can watch the games being streamed live and all that as well. In the financial sector as well, IT has brought a lot of improvements. Me and you, we are here. You can easily send money back home to people, and they can also have a bit of soft life as well. I mean, IT has touched a whole lot. If I want to mention, I'm gonna go on and on and on. And then healthcare industry, the telecom industry, the hospitality industry, the automobile industry as well. IT is all over. I mean, why am I saying this? Pursuing a career in IT means that you're actually going to broaden your, job search scope. Because, for instance, if you're only taking, a course in, excuse me to say, maybe taking a course in maybe the health industry, you're only inclined to take jobs in the health industry. But taking a course in, IT broadens, your scope. You can get a job from anywhere. Me, for instance, I'm working in the financial industry. My brother George is working in the education industry, and even Ken is working in the telecom industry. And so, even though we all took the same program, IT has made it possible for us to get a job, everywhere, from anywhere, regardless. I mean, just because of the way IT has, broadened up and all that, it has made the demand for, people with IT skills very high. No matter what, as soon as your CV touches, these recruitment platforms like LinkedIn and all that, sometimes you can actually tell the number of recruiters, really coming at you. Like, I remember I just dropped my, my CV, my first CV, and on that day, I've never had such an experience before. I mean, I just had recruiters coming to me, like, everybody calling me, yeah, we've just seen your CV online and we think you've got a great skill and we want to actually, schedule an interview with you. So, I mean, taking a job in IT is not, I mean, it's actually worth it. You understand? The IT industry is one of the industry that is actually offering, remote working opportunities. I used to work, I've done warehousing job, when we came here and all that. I've done warehousing, I've done construction, but when I got into the IT industry, it gave me the platform to actually work from home. This actually makes me, spend a lot of time with my family as well. Because back then, the only time I could probably, see my family was maybe, or spend quality time with them, was on weekends, because I leave home very early, come back very late. Sometimes they would probably be sleeping, and then we couldn't really bond like that. So I mean, what I'm saying is that the IT industry is, a top-notch industry that, is actually worth it, and you should, there are diverse roles in the IT industry where you can actually take up roles. The salary is top-notch, So, I mean, just to mention a few, these are just, a little that I would like to talk. As we discuss more, I'm going to say a bit more.
Robbie, thank you. The last one you touched on is the salary bit. In the industry where I happen to have seen the salary of tech engineers, especially those up there in certain levels, level 4, level 5, 6, going there. And I was blown away. These are crazy salaries. We'll talk about the starting salary for people who are going to say DevOps, for example, the entry level salary. We'll talk about that. But it is an industry that truly gives you that freedom financially to kind of do. I don't think anybody will be financially free because there is always problem, right? The more money you have, the more problems you have too, right? But the sense of freedom to work from home, you could literally be behind your computer right now and still be working and talking to somebody. I think it's great joy. And I think COVID even made it more serious that people wanted to look into IT, because with COVID, certain jobs were affected and most IT jobs were not. Most tech guys actually had the opportunity to work from home, or most guys who were working remotely had the opportunity to work from home, whilst other jobs were hit big time by the physical distancing and social distancing rules, right? And so tech is definitely an area that I am interested in exploring with people and having conversation as well. And I'm happy that you guys are here today to do that. Now, let's come back to George. George, I'd like to ask you a question, just because you're somebody I connected with physically back in Lagos.
Yes, sir.
Everybody has a defining moment for making a decision. All right. What for you made you consider IT to the point where you wanted to just switch from agri? Because Charlie, on a more serious note, if I were to predict where you'd be, I would have thought that maybe you are somewhere in Ghana working with the government, or maybe like Minister of Agri or policy expert, something like that, or doing your own thing. Charlie, but the move from agri, you know what I mean? You do abomasom, homasom, reticulum. You do them things right now. You crack code, you do things. Charlie, what be the main factor we make you decide, say, Charlie, tell us, share that story. If it's something you'd like to share with us.
Okay, well, thank you again, Choco. Interestingly, as you may have already have said, right, back again in the days of Eugene, University of Ghana, Legon, we were studying agricultural science, and that's all we know, that we're going to, we look at the future, and then we thought we are going to be delving into that arena of trying to be like, agricultural persons, maybe probably get a job in this Ministry of Food and Agriculture, or find ourselves in this domain, literally, But my own switch to IT, I don't know, Choco, if it ought to be termed as like something sort of like miracle or fortune, or however you would like to put it. But to keep the story concise, let me draw us back on this journey. Proud to move into the US and leaving Ghana. I had moved to Europe, specifically where I was in Norway, where I had to take my master's program in fishery science, still same agricultural like field, and as you may have known, like as an international student in the Norwegian quota scheme, it's a scholarship which was offered to international students, back days at the time, and you have to go back to your home country after studies, right? So, looking back in time and giving myself some sober reflection, I was just thinking that no, it's not going to be easy for me, just finishing my masters and packing my bags, going back to Africa, Ghana, that's not the way it has to, roll for me, because as you know already, we are hustlers, back in the days. So because some of us like purely we're just trying to build from scratch, with no inheritance, no connections, no backups or whatsoever. We just have faith in God and pure resilience. So due to that, I had to look for other means, just to sustain in the system. So I had to apply for second masters somewhere in other like countries, as we all do, like Germany. Even I had to exploit some other places as well, because I was more like geared towards having to move to an English native speaking country. So I was targeting UK, US, Canada. You know, I mean, you're a mayor in Canada now, so you understand what I'm saying. But I mean, you can just think of it all like schools around like Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Newfoundland. You know, so I was just going on and on with this, and I think I had an admission to. I think I had one call from the school that they responded to giving me an admission in the US. So man has to move in that direction, you know. So fast forward, I just landed here. And then when I came, you know, the system wasn't that easy, you know, with students' life and so on and so forth. So I had to, at a point, defer my program and had to sort to different avenues of making money, you know, because uh, you have traveled and then people back home are still looking up to you. You know, they don't care as to how you make the money. You know, this is relatable. I mean, events for everyone. All they care about is you are having that enough means to be able to like support them back home. So I had to look for other sorts of like survival. You know, I had worked in hospitals where you know I was just literally what was I even doing? I was trying. I mean, I was working in a home care where I was washing the dishes. You know, after the cafeteria, I ended up working in a gas station. You know, somewhere in New Jersey, and you can imagine very cold out there. You know, you be like you be coming out from your spot and then going to the gas station point and fueling people's car and stuff. Some will be giving you tip, you know, $1, $2. And then I mean, I just look at myself, I'm like, hey, this is someone who, if not for anything at all, you know, I've enjoyed the education system in diaspora. I have my master's. So I mean, like what actually am I doing? Like I feel like, you know, things were dwindling, you know, instead of having to climb higher. And I was severally frustrated with myself. I didn't know what to do, you know, because going to school is not easy. You have to pay a lot of fees. And I mean, I just look around. I saw that, you know, things aren't like in the right order as you know I envisioned them to be. So I mean, here is the twist. Sometime back then, I had to visit an old friend, you know, and then when I saw this friend, this is also a friend, you know, we had met for a long time. So it's been a minute when we saw, and then we finally got a chance to see, and then we're having a conversation, you know, just catching up on good old days. And then a name of an old friend popped up. So then I asked that, so where is this friend of ours? You know, his name is Frederick. So I asked that, where is Frederick? Like, where is he? What is he up to? You know, and then at the time, you know, and then my friend was like, oh, Frederick is a very big boy now. You know, Frederick is into tech. You know, and when he said that, at the time I was having a glass of water drinking, Choco. When when he said that, and I was like, it's aroused my curiosity. Then I asked him that. So what does Frederick specifically? What does he do actually in this tech thing you are talking about? You know, what does he really do? And my friend was like, well, I don't really know, but Charlie Frederick is a big boy now. He's living large. He's making six figures. And then I asked that, how much is he making? Like, and that was this issue. I'm telling you, is way back. Like, is it 2014 or I mean, it's way back, like a decade or so. And it mentioned about like 130,000 USD. And then all of a sudden, like I just left the glass, bro. The glass just fell on the ground and cracked. I bet you. So I mean, I was just carried away by this thing because this is somebody I know who is just equally as me, you know, no tech background. We all started off on this journey. At the time, he's not even into agric. He's not even doing because I can term agric as you know a STEM course, you know, but he is into I think social art or something. And I heard this boy is making six figures and he had moved into the states for just like a year before then, and then he's making about like 130,000 USD. So that blew that it was really insane when I heard it. I said, no, I have to track down. I have to really track down Frederick and get more information from him. So I took his number quickly and then I phoned him and I think he wasn't able to answer at the time. And then I left behind some voice notes. So I think a day or two after, he reached out to me, and then we catched up, and I mean that's how the journey began. That's how it all started, and until now I can tell you that with pure passion, dedication, and hard work, we have arrived today. Yeah.
Wow, God bless Frederick. God bless that friend who made it possible for you to also reconnect with Fred. And today you are in that space now, also in the tech industry, and you want several others to actually hear about this because you guys decided to come together and then share this story. We will talk about the learning curve and all of that. So did you have to like enroll in a school, like like a university degree or so for the tech program, or you just had to learn it the hard way?
So this is it. So it was a school at the time, right? So don't forget the story. I was back in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So this school was in Delaware, and I mean, as for people who will be conversant, Delaware from New Jersey is just about like 1.5 hours drive. So I had to, travel down there and go and seek. I mean, it was actually like it was, I think, a weekend or so when I had to move down there, and then I was told that they closed, so I need to come back on Monday, and I have to travel. And at the time, I had a big brother of mine whom I was living with in New Jersey. This big brother, and I mean, it's a family friend sort of, right? So I have been helping him out because I'm literally living with him, not to have to pay bills. So I've been helping him out. He has a little kid. Sometimes I need to babysit the kid. So I have to carry the kid at the time, and then I have to drive him all over with myself to Delaware and then enroll in this course. So when I enrolled, it was actually a premise thing, right? Like a school training session. So we usually go I think it was 3 sessions a week, I believe. I think a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I was still doing my gas station job. And then when I closed on schedule the following day, Monday, I have to quickly report to school. Then I have to go. So I was doing this, and it's like a 3 or 4 hour session. So I was doing this until for some reason, like I said, I had a strong passion, and I think most of this was driven by the financial constraints. I realized that, bro, man has to do something to survive. And then it's really doable and achievable because Frederick has already told me that we all don't have the background, and it's actually simple when you know people who know the way, who can show you the way, right? So I was going, and I mean, I grew the love for the course and the whole perspective of it, and then going and going. So we even formulated a team because we are all Africans, right? Some were from Nigeria. We had a couple of guys from Togo, like across the African group. So we formed a team, and then we were doing self-teaching after the lesson, right? After we are taught some things or areas we don't get to understand well, we go through that ourselves. And I realized that, I have grown in the field that I was kind of like, trying to, I mean, peer up my colleagues, try to teach them, lead them into things. So that made me grow like, okay, because if I have to go for class every day, I need to kind of be on top of my game, because if after class and they don't seem to understand certain things, I kind of sought to be the go-to guy, whom they reach out to that, hey, George, can you help us? So that kind of grew my confidence and also grew my curiosity to learn so deep into it. So that was how everything happened.
Thank you so much. Let me pick on you, Kenneth. Kenny, in your no, it be money problem because now the job for gas station where Charlie, somebody tell us Fred they make 6 figures, 130,000 USD. They will the thing they want that for. I mean, you your own how your own happen. It be how your own story happen. Tell us briefly. Ken, if you can just unmute yourself, how did yours happen? What's your story, Kenneth?
Sorry about that. I was talking behind the scene. So mine, like when we finished, university, I traveled to the UK, and unfortunately or fortunately, I found myself in a warehouse, like George said. So I was in the warehouse, and sometimes you looking at yourself and the kind of people that maybe are doing the same work, and you gauging the resources that you spent over the years, your academic status, and doing the same thing with them, it's more kind of, frustrates. So I felt that, frustration. And every day what I say to myself is, how can I eject myself from, this environment? How can I elevate myself to the standard that I think it suits me? So whilst I was in like doing the factory, a friend of mine from church said to me, "Oh, there's this IT thing that you can do and all that." So what I did was I bought a course on online like Udemy, and I started practicing like front end development. So I build websites and like those things, front end basically. So fast forward, like whilst I was doing that, I did not really get any prospects. Like I apply for jobs, they put me on interview, I always like get rejected and all that. So I just got myself into construction, which my friend Robbie introduced me into it. So I went into construction. It was brilliant, like, but yet still you feel that no, you're not really fulfilled, because what you're doing, you wake up early and sometimes you work outside. The weather is very cold. You still have to be there. Early morning, you go, you come very dark, don't have time with the family and all that. So I was there one day, and George, contacted me, and it's like, bro, I learned, you did some tech back, you know, some years back. How far have you gone with it? So I'm like, oh, now I'm in construction, nothing about tech. Because the thing is, I don't know the road. And for you to survive, irrespective of, taking courses online, YouTube and all that, the field is so vast to the extent that you need someone who will give you the roadmap and reconstruct and mentor you along the way. So I spoke to George about it, and it's like, oh, it's not a problem. Why? Because he is into it and he knows like the things to do. So he introduced me to a course which it's more structured. So I enrolled on the course and I got all the necessary help that I need. And in a nutshell, like all I'm trying to say here is, yeah, you can have, the passion, the drive, and everything for, the skill, but you still need someone to guide you. As George said, we always have to, not always, but if you follow someone who knows the road, you're not really going to make too much mistakes along the way. And I think when George said that to me, because I have that IT background, could you believe that I enrolled on the course? The course was 6 months, but I just spent 2 months and I got my job. And the sad bit is, is it sad or interesting? I got two offers, and all those two offers were coming from top like UK companies, and even one coming from the government, you know. And I just sat back and I'm like, but I already know all this. What was the problem? The problem was lack of, me channeling the energy, isn't it? The knowledge, the consolidation wasn't there, you see. So yeah, that's what I can say about um my
Big,
trans.
big ups to you, Kenny. I really love your bit of story. I mean, I'm seeing a pattern from George to yours. I'm seeing a particular
Yeah.
pattern. Ken, let me ask you, what is your current position right now? Your job? What is your title? What's your position?
So currently, I'm a cloud DevOps manager. So I have a team under me that I manage, and sometimes it's really interesting because you go to work and you get an entire company relying on your advice. They come into me for consultation, for them to be able to, restructure or migrate their infrastructure either from their local servers or onto the cloud, AWS or Azure. And it's so fascinating. And sometimes you just ask yourself, like, where did I get all this from? But it's because of, the guide that I got, and the person channeling all the knowledge that I have to be able to consolidate that knowledge, to be able for me to be able to present those knowledge in front of clients, in front of stakeholders, in front of shareholders, for them to believe and trust in the project that we are about to do. So yeah.
Big ups, Ken. Wow. He's not a manager, cloud engineer manager. He has a and if you can mute yourself for me, I really appreciate that. And the joy is that look at the story from a warehouse guy to then his friend Robbie, who is on the screen in glasses, connecting him to a construction, which was probably an improvement, but not the easiest as well. The conditions, working outside and stuff, right? Remember George also working outside, gas station, cafeteria and stuff. But these are master's degree holders. Charlie, you see, the one thing I can assure you in my video be say, this platform is a platform for hustlers. If you know be hustler, you know go enjoy this thing. See the pattern here. Everybody be hustler. People they can't hear way, Charlie, with the hold masters and PhD. But it no be that easy. It no be that easy making it up there. It's not easy. Some of us they here, if you double masters, triple masters, quadruple masters man get, but Charlie, it be ordinary job. So if you watch this video right now, maybe you might your own might not be to go into tech. But if you're watching this right now and you feel frustrated every single day on your job, the job where you do now, you don't say this job is way below me, the salary self, even though it be improvement from one place to other, maybe back home you want to employ back home where you can't hear, where they make 10-15 pounds or $15 and things. But Charlie, that place no be where most of us for stay. Most of us do it for the chop the 6 biggest one. Me too, I felt like that, Charlie. Now they drop you. If you guys remember my old story, I used to work in a factory. The factory job every day, me a verse. So every day a verse. Because that supervisor, one supervisor I did there, Charlie's on why guy did that. The guy he always they put me for the hardest part of the line. Every day with me, I go there a verse. I don't really understand why the guy they put me for that side of the line every the hardest part of the line. You always they put. Some of you they watch right now your situation. Maybe techno go be all, but some of you just need that encouragement to actually go into it. I'm going to go to Robbie and then also pick Robbie. There is a video that I'll be sharing later on, but that video is from a Nigerian lady who you guys have been able to help. Let me play that.
Hi everyone. Chidima here, a DevOps engineer in a healthcare company here in the US. Prior to changing careers, I was in the physical therapy field where I felt I was overworked and underpaid. And to be 100% honest with you, I was constantly praying for financial freedom. I was praying for a breakthrough. That's when I met a friend of mine who introduced me to IT Your Way. It was scary initially because I didn't have any prior IT background, but from my experience, I can tell you that the instructors at IT Your Way did an amazing job in instilling the knowledge, the hands-on experience, and the confidence that is needed in the real world. So with consistency and continuous education and continuous learning, I am happy to say that Me Too is earning 6 figures and also working from the comfort of my home. So if you're listening to this or if you're watching this, wherever you are, I want you to know that if I can do it, so can you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chidima. Wow. She was also working somewhere. She wasn't happy. Mankind, I mean, and say, the needs of man will be, we always want more liberties, no be so. But that commonality that there has to be something driving you. For George, it was money problem. You see what I mean? I am at the watching, say, nah, man, we get more bills back home. You see what I mean? Your man too Kenny did there. Charlie, the warehouse job, he go UK all right too. But the warehouse do until Charlie. And he mentioned something. He said, Charlie, even though he did the IT course, something was still missing. Something was missing. Sometimes you need somebody to not just hold your hand, to kind of give you some industries there, Charlie, the way of getting it be some technical things like that, don't know how. There is a way to answer questions. There is a way to prep yourself. There is a way, and sometimes all you need is just somebody giving you, the key, giving you the key, say, this be how they do, this be how, and then you land the job. Do you remember what Ken said? He said when he started the course after connecting with George and so when he started, right? 2 months into a 6-month program, you know, finish circle, but the job started come. And he sat back and was like, what is so different about what I have now? Because I already have all of this, but how come? Sometimes you just need the right people around you to give you the right energy, the right technical know, like following the road. You know what I mean? No? Then bam, the thing will happen. Robbie, I know you were quiet. You to your story, Abe, how you did. If you wait now, they lead people to the construction job. No? I thought like I meet you early, like if the construction jobs that you go hook me up with.
That'll be easy,
Choco. From construction to higher one day.
Charlie, Choco,
but I imagine you they wear glasses like they do construction for outside.
No, the glasses they be just for the the screens, the computer screens, just to block the rays.
So Lagos graduates where they do construction like they Charlie, your body they do. I mean, tell me your story too.
Choco, before I go start, let me say whoever whichever engineer who brought the idea of WhatsApp status, wherever he did, yeah, may God bless him, because it was just from a single WhatsApp status. Then my life, turned around like, whoom. Because man has been looking for an exit plan for like maybe 2,000 years now. I mean, way back from school, we just when we were about to complete uni, we thought like, Charlie, the exit plan be for Jackpao, I mean, so Charlie, movements came in, and then boys put 1 or 2 together, and then boom, we're all up here in the UK. Now we can't catch UK. Charlie, jobs. We thought maybe because we went to Legon and all that, we were coming to get some, office B to sit, and we came here and there were a whole lot of jobs. We started from the warehouse. I sure see everybody do some before. I mean, we started from warehouse. Then someone introduced us to a construction, which was, if I should say, way better than the warehouse in terms of money. We were making it, but the construction was not really giving us, the kind of fulfillment that we actually wanted, because it was really hectic, and most of the jobs that we were doing were outside. And so in winter time, we forget, construction be difficult, but in summertime, we forget construction be difficult, but in winter, that's when we begin to realize, wow. So then it started prompting us again to, what else can we do? People suggested a whole lot. Charlie, boys will come and say, Charlie, some course video we for go do, Moku go do, then Charlie, within 1 year we can do this. But when you check the statistics and all that, you can see, this one, if I venture into it, it's not really going to help. Now, just one morning, me and the missus, we were just in bed, we were just, chit-chatting, Charlie. How are we gonna get out of this? I mean, like, what's the way? And then I just picked up my phone. I was just scrolling through my phone, and then I just pounced on, George's WhatsApp status. And George's WhatsApp status had like an IT background, and then he had just, written, the caption was, "This is the way." Hey! So I was so curious because I knew, the IT industry there. I mean, you can, you can easily make it and all that, but how are we going to find a way to the, to that particular job? And so fast forward, that very moment, I just sent George a text. But I think, it was a bit, early, around George's side of the world. So it took about 5 hours, and I was so restless that morning. And so George got back to me. George didn't say anything. The only thing George sent to me was his offer letter. Then I was, so I was just like, wow, George, like, are you just joking or something? I mean, like, is this some editing, or because seeing that amount of money?
Wait a minute. He sent you his offer letter, so you go see the offer.
You go see,
Guys, I beg, make you listen. The offer letter, I mean, say when they work or so, the offer letter we get, they don't want make you see, because sometimes they want convince people, like people don't go believe you for show them evidence.
Yeah.
Then they see the evidence, they go believe. So as you see, it means more restlessness, no be so.
More restlessness.
Hey.
Then I started bagging his phone, like, bring, George, show me the way. I was calling him, but I think he was busy. He wasn't getting back. Hi, George, what's up? Then finally, George got back to me. And then we're talking. And then the second thing he got me, triggered was, Charlie, I sound like they work from home. Hey,
Hey, meaning the guy they feel wear boxer shorts every day, right?
So I'm like, hey, George, Charlie, you there, Charlie, show me the way to heaven, bro. Then, George, pinpoints 1 or 2, Charlie, you need to take this course here, blah, blah, blah. And then we started resilience, because me, I really wanted to get out of the construction. At that time, I was doing it. I think it was in the summertime. So I said to myself, I don't want another winter in construction. So, I started pushing very hard. The course was like 6 months. I mean, I started applying for job in the 4th month. I just dropped my CV, and the way recruiters were coming at me, I felt like a chop song balabi or something, and
The recruiters were just all over you like that.
Charlie. So, I mean, it was kind of even scary, because the money they were mentioning, how am I going to get this kind of money? Like, Charlie, who am I? So we took, some few interviews, 1 or 2, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, before that, I didn't know anything about ITO. I didn't know anything. All I knew was our normal, Charlie, make I use your PowerPoints, make I submit my assignments, blah, blah, blah. Those basic stuff, But when, we took the course, sometimes when I get stuck here and there, I just link up to, George. George go like, oh, do back. Then Charlie, we just mix 1 or 2 things, and then, stuff started working. So with hard work, we went in within 4 months to 5 months. I've landed my first job. Company reached out to me. Oh yeah, we loved your interview, blah, blah, blah. Sent me an offer letter. I'm just, I just picked the offer letter. Then, I'm shaking. Like they say, come to the office and get your laptop and all that to start work. So, one funny thing, because of the construction, we used to build a whole lot, I've been in a whole lot of projects, from skyscrapers, blah, blah, blah. So, we used to see a whole lot of people when they are in their suits, they come to those offices that we're building. And sometimes you look at them and you go like, am I really going to be like these people like one day? Now, the company that offered me the job asked me to come get my laptop. Most of them, they'll post it, but I don't know, maybe God wanted me to see something. Also, say, come and get your laptop. I went to the office. Charlie, some building beer. I was like, hey, so me too, one day I go fit job for building some inside like this, Charlie, the story there, it be plenty.
The story be plenty.
Yeah. Charlie, it's all about who knows the road.
So that's the most important. Now, guys, I want you to notice the difference in everybody's approach. But the common thing was that man wanted to grow. This Canada where we did, Charlie, no be easy like that though. UK, US, be easy. Australia, Germany, it's not always been easy. Sometimes the most difficult things to do require you to change direction, pick up a new skill, or upskill yourself, change your friends, move in new friends. Look at how these things happen. He said it was a WhatsApp status he saw in the morning while he was in bed with a wife. That WhatsApp status changed everything. He also had a different story. Ken, George also had a different story. But the most important thing is boys wanted more and boys wanted more. Now, if you watch this, and this will be a page to get everybody to go into IT. I don't think it's possible that everybody will go into IT. But some of you under the sound of my voice or our voices today, this be all you need to actually start taking IT serious. Because the way the world they go, it's going to be more tech and more tech and more tech and more tech. The more you say you be tech lover, the more you be left behind. That is a fact. indisputable. You can go up to and come down. You will be left behind. That's a fact. If you are a parent watching me right now, I'm telling you this, Chakwa Millionaire. Start teaching your kids differently. I spoke with a Ghanaian woman 3 days ago. She's in Ghana. She's going to come to Canada. He said, my child is 10-year-old. She's already in tech. She's doing software this. She's doing software. I say, that's the way to go, mama. Because the way the thing they go right now, Charlie, if you don't go take the money, we don't go make some more. You see what I mean? If you are in health, health is another great industry, the health industry. If you're a business owner, you own your business, you're an entrepreneur, do your thing. But the point here is that we immigrants, when we go abroad, we cannot continue to stay down there as factory workers, as cleaners, as, for how long? We can't. You get to a time, Charlie, it will have an effect on our body. Me, the factory job, I do some, you got to a time, I just realized that, Charlie, I was wasting you. When you come, your creativity all is gone. You can't even creatively think. By the time you come back after a day's work, your whole brain is tired. Your cells are all down. When you begin to get this kind of money, Charlie, when I stopped the factory work here, the offer that I got, when my first salary came, Charlie, Robbie, Ken, George, would you believe that when I got my first salary, the thing, you over me, the thing overwhelmed me. I don't feel believe say me to have to get salary like this. And the interesting thing was that, Charlie, the work you are doing at the factory is actually more hard work than even some of these jobs. And you are still getting paid more on your new jobs. But the challenge here is that the fear, people have the fear. We have the fear. And sometimes it's not just about the fear. It's about not knowing what next, what to do. And let's be honest, it's not always easy to. If it was easy, Ken would have told us. Ken said he learned the thing. He do the course online. But you notice the moment Ken started connect with people where he know, where they speak in language, the way they speak, where they feel given the rope and pay, the thing started clicking. So sometimes it's not just about online courses. Sometimes it's about having somebody who can hold your way. The Jackpot videos, I be everybody too, they do some. But you can't watch my way. They say this guy won't be different anointing. You see him because some element of physical touch the way, sometimes that's all you need to unlock things. I mean, you get what I mean. So guys, let's talk about that. John the Baptist, they say you can't prepare the way give Jesus Christ. But these three guys, not only did they work together at a point to kind of skill themselves up and climb up and find fulfilling jobs, they have now partnered to build a platform that will also make the way easier, the road easier for many of our guys, our guys out there. IT Your Way, guys. Briefly tell me about IT Your Way and what you guys do. I know your specialization is DevOps. Tell us briefly, one of you can take that. IT Your Way, and then how your platform is actually helping people. And you can use the opportunity to also, I want to finish talking about IT Your Way, which is your company, you guys, your company, working on this and training people and all of that. Briefly tell us also about DevOps and what DevOps is all about, okay? Somebody can take it. Tell us briefly about IT Your Way and then DevOps, yeah.
I'll just go into what DevOps is, and I think one of my brothers will also pick up on what IT Your Way.
Robbie, before I know a lot of people want to sign up. They have a boot camp coming up. They have a webinar also coming up. The link is gonna be in the description box of my channel, so stick through. They're gonna be taking a very limited number of people, very, very few people to train. And look, when I spoke with George and Robbie and Ken the last time, I was so excited about the thing. And when I looked at the support system they have in place and how, beyond the class, how these guys are really interested in your success. They will go all out to make sure that you get that first job. They'll go all out to kind of just put the coaching basis beyond. I was really impressed. I told some few friends in Ghana, said, Charlie, some of my friends in Ghana said they started signing up already. George knows that we haven't even talked about this thing in a video yet, but actually guys have already started signing up already. You guys are expecting the link up. It's going to be in the comment section and the description box. Make sure you're looking forward to that. As soon as we finish, I'm going to post it. Remember, join if you really, really desperately need a change in your life. This is not an overnight success thing. It requires hard work. But I want to assure you that if you really need the support of this guy, they will be out there to actually help you. Tell us about DevOps briefly.
Yeah, Choco. So, talking about DevOps, just like I said earlier on, the IT industry is quite broad, and DevOps is one of the hotcakes, in the IT industry now. Let me just briefly describe what DevOps is. I'm not really going to go, technical, just for, those of us who are not really in the IT field to properly understand. Just like this applications that we've been using on our phones, like the WhatsApp, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. They are actually people whose job is to create the application, right? And there are people whose job is to also maintain the application and make sure the application is always live for me and you. So that today, when we come onto, go into WhatsApp should be up and running every single day. Now, the people who are actually creating the application are called the developers. And those who are actually maintaining the application and making sure it's always live is called the operations team, right? So it's like the operations teams are not really understanding what the developers are actually doing, and the developers are not also understanding what the operations team are doing. Now, there's a need to bridge the gap, right? Because if both of them are not able to coordinate properly to work together, it makes software releases, if they want to bring any changes up, it makes it take so long, right? And so because of that, this DevOps role popped up. The DevOps is basically the fusion of the developers and the operations. People who are DevOps engineers are people who have actually got, a bit of skills of the developers and understand what the developers are doing. And I've also got the skills of the operations and understand what the operations team are doing. Now they are in the middle, making sure that, all the software development process is actually running smooth. And we use certain softwares, certain tools, blah blah blah, to do, and that's what we are actually going to be teaching. That's basically like DevOps, on a high level overview. But as you take the course and all that, you understand what the whole technical bit of it is. So that's just a roundup of what DevOps is.
Wow, today I learned something. I've been hearing DevOps, but I don't know, say, Charlie, it be the fusion of the developers and the ops guys coming together, operations guy, coming together. Today I learned something. Robbie, thank you guys for teaching me. All right. Now, IT Your Way is your brainchild or your company. And that is a company or the platform that you guys have built to train people and all of that. Typically, how long does it take for one to go through your training? Is it a 2-year program? Is it a 3-year program? Is it a 4-year program? How long?
Okay, yeah. So IT Your Way is actually that's the whole setup, right? And then the program is kind of like streamlined and designed to last for 6 months. So within this period, we are going to walk you through the ropes, everything you need to know, through to the end where we feel you are job ready. But then again, some people come in with different kind of energy, and they are able to, like, as Ken touched on, they are able to, land a job quickly as far as like 3 months or 4 months, which is some sort of outlier. Like, those are the outliers. But to ask the duration specifically, that's going to be like 6-month program. Yes.
So it's a 6-month program. So right now, people, they watch me from all over the world. I have people watching from different parts of the world right now. Some of them may not have gone to school. Some of them may not have secondary school or university or polytechnic education. Some of them may not probably be top of their class or average students. Some of them are also probably in Canada, do different jobs. Somebody, they work as a waiter or a different distance. Charlie, is there an entry level requirement for anybody to sign up? If I don't want to join right now, is there an entry level requirement? Is there something that makes? Okay, let's talk about the entry level requirement.
So, Choco, on a more serious note here, I can say that there's no entry requirement. You don't need to be a degree holder. You don't need to have a computer science, degree or master's in whatever to land a job within the IT industry. but I will just segregate it into different sections. Like when we as IT or we've positioned ourselves because we more kind of inside the industry. We sit on interview panels to interview candidates. We know the new trends that are coming in. And don't forget, when you come in as a new entrant and you're looking for a job, there will definitely be a technical section which will test your knowledge, your understanding on the tools and the skills that you need. And as IT or we are positioning ourselves to provide you with all those necessary tools, the knowledge, the troubleshooting skills, the industry standards that you need. But also, before you come into IT or we also require something from you, which is what we need: your passion, your dedication, curiosity to learn, and hard work. That's all you need. So yeah, in a way, there's no entry requirement, but if you come in, you need those passion, the drive, the dedication. And as IT your way, all we will do is hold your hand, give you the tools, and guide your path to ensure that you get all the necessary requirements. We'll consolidate the knowledge that you've learned to be able to approach any interview. And at the end of the day, trust me, you'll never regret making this decision. So this is all I can say. When it comes to entry requirement, there's no entry requirement. But as IT your way, we need your dedication, your drive, and hard work. As IT your way, we will also do our best to give you the tools that you need to make sure all the technical interview, you kill it one time. And that's it. So yeah.
Wow. When we were talking, my mind was just going around thinking about something. Indians dominate this industry heavily. If you go into the tech industry from Google to what Indians dominate. And the one thing I've noticed, I've been figuring out like what makes them so, and I realized that they have that ecosystem of support. You go and then you see them joining all these boot camps and stuff, Charlie, projects to test you here and there, not just projects, like real mock stuff, like mock. So before the guy will go interview, he like a B, born and here, a B, the guy, he then cook him where. So you go the interview, you might say the guy, they speak the English correct like that, but the guy know the thing. You know what I mean? You give him, you go do him, you go crack him. Say, Charlie, so it be where you talk right now, no. It not be just about saying that you have the certificate. Sometimes you for crack some codes, give the interviewer make it say. Sometimes they'll put you on a computer, you are on a computer and they are watching you. As they do and they watch you crack and make you see. Yeah, that'll be the stage where some people they feel sweat because it's like, Charlie. But I'm happy that you said that is how you guys are positioning yourself. You guys are on different interviewing panels, different stages. You know what it takes. You are committed to actually coaching and teaching people to actually know what to expect, the industry trends here and there. Chala,
Choco, yeah. So Choco, just please indulge me to come in for a bit here. So I mean, just as you have said, right, that is the main mission, right? Like if I should say the vision of IT Your Way, that was actually the core vision that we saw, because then, like you said, we realized that, I mean, we Africans in the diaspora, if we are not doing all these menial jobs, I mean, we jump from one of that onto the other, and then next to the another one, right? And we realized that in this IT space, it's just mostly covered. Maybe let me just remove the Caucasians, the whites. It's mostly Indians, or I'll just even say Asians in general, right? And we sit down and realize that no, actually, when we push ourselves into this domain, we actually really do very well. You understand? For instance, me talking to you, I'm actually a lead DevOps engineer where I work, and then I lead cloud operations, and I have about like couple of few DevOps guys under my belt that I mentor. So I feel like we have the capacity to do all these things. So why do we leave just the space for only these Asians, the Indians, particularly Chinese, to take over or to rule when we can do this? And to add a little bit to Kenneth's story, the main importance why you need to like kind of like join the IT Your Way family is that we can't even stress this enough. It's just the zero IT background. And when you listen to all of our narratives, none of us, although we said, well, we had some sort of bachelor's degree, master's, but none of that in any way conform to why we are here today, you know. So it's literally asked for people like who are really doing things they don't feel like they have to do. You know, you know your worth, you know, like you are worth 6 figures, but look at where you are. This is the message for you. So it's strictly for people with zero IT background. You understand? Because we've also passed through all these ropes, all these ranks where we've done all these kind of jobs, and then we got to this point having to not have any connection to this with any of our background with education. So it's really the zero IT background for us.
Yo.
Yeah.
No vinyo inyemi me ofane benye no ni nwie enuanom mote zero background oh. So don't be asking, I don't have a secondary school certificate, can you? Though even without you meeting IT your way, me, I'm here to tell you that IT is probably the only industry aside from sports, football. If they play football like Thomas Partey, you don't need a degree. Oh. Just show them say you go fit play. IT is the only industry apart from sports where your credentials may not even count at all. When I say your credentials, your formal education credential, your PhD doesn't count, your master's doesn't count, your master's in computer science may not count. What really matters is, Charlie, they do the thing. So IT, you know, they will give you the thing, no, do them. You say you do them. Okay, do them, make me see. Recently, you heard me share a story of a Ghanaian guy based in Ghana who, through LinkedIn, got a job offer in Canada. Apparently, the company in Canada had this software issue that they've been trying to get their employees to figure out, and they were not. So they kind of posted the job online. The guy they Ghana with somebody shared the thing with that way. The guy could be some serious dead guy like that. I say the guy is a serious genius, be like that. He cracked the thing in no time. He cracked a long time. Charlie, the offer way they give out. They give a relocation allowance and things. So some people actually watching right now could be in Africa, but it be some of these opportunities where you go fit take yourself out. We have stories of people leaving Ghana to Germany, people leaving from Ghana to USA. Not because, Charlie, they were the smartest guys in class, but because these guys have distinguished themselves that these software guys, they're good. And companies are willing to pay to just fly you over to come and just sit and then help them build stuff. So guys, take this seriously. Take this seriously. If you are not really cut for IT, don't force your way into it. I definitely wouldn't want you to go and start and then you say your depression level has gone up because you heard about IT your way through Choco Millionaires platform. This platform should be for people who are looking for a change, people who have been looking into the IT industry and just needed somebody to come and tell you that it's possible. This platform is also for people like the old versions of Ken, who did courses online, but felt that there was something missing. There was a missing piece to complete the puzzle. And he was just frustrated. But actually, the tech team, I do the courses some more. They see until a certain person came in and said, look, this is the missing piece. This is the missing piece. Go cook your kagari and get them done. You see what I mean? Some of you, you've reflected around the industry already, but things are not really clicking. So as they watch this once every day data, what you need is somebody to hold your hand, and you heard them right. They are here to hold your hand. If they don't hold your hand, come back then can't tell me. You tell me I go blast them for this platform. If they don't hold your hand, come back then tell me I go blast them for the same platform. You understand? Come back and tell me if they didn't hold your hand. I'm not telling you that they will promise you they will promise to give you a job, but the guys will hold your hand, walk you through, and then when you come out, you come back and you share your story and your testimony, just like Chidima also shared her journey and how she switched from the world of therapy to IT, making 6 figures there. Guys, let's go into the entry level because Charlie, George, it be the money way it blow your mind. Money they call you for your brain. So if they drink the water like that, we then tell you say Fred they make 130,000 USD back in 24 for that thing blow your mind small. If they do say be football player or NFL player, it no be so, but it be IT. You see what I mean? So somebody start right now way if be successful way get job. What be like the entry level salary for a DevOps guy? Like what be the entry level? I beg you to mention the currency. Make you put this thing for there because me I did Canada with this Canadian dollar. If it be USD to put, if it pounds to put and make people get them right. All right. If it be Naira or CD or Kenyan shillings,
Okay, so I'll take that one. And with the entry level requirements, we're looking at from, let's say, 105. That's the mid-level. They're starting 105 to, let's say, 145K a year. So that's USD. And the thing about this entry-level requirement is it depends. Every company have, different range for salaries. And it also depends on your experience. If you go in and they think they will have to work more on you to get you to certain standard, then they will start you probably around 103. But if they think, oh, you're okay, you can be a mid-level or senior, then the rate will be high. But in all that, all I can say is, as IT your way, we've positioned ourselves in such a way that you'll never pass through our teaching platform or the system and go for like entry level. We make sure if you don't get anything at all, it will be the mid-level. So around the mid-level, you're looking at 130 upwards, 130K upwards. And strangely, we've taken people through the course who have become, senior DevOps engineers, just taking our course. And people have passed through. We've not gotten any lead, but most of them are entry level. They get like senior level DevOps and mid level. So all I can say is with our course, the way it's structured, even if you don't have any IT background, we take you for ground zero and we make sure we touch on the key points, give you all the necessary knowledge you need, and consolidate that knowledge and make sure you use it during your interview to get the position that you deserve. So yeah, when it comes to the monetary side, that's what I can say. It varies, depends. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Kenny. 105,000 USD to about 149,000 USD. Don't ask me to convert it. Convert it yourself. If you are committed to this within 6 months and you're serious enough, this could also happen to you. You see, the money they look good, no be so. The guy, I bet somebody in microphone, mute and give me a. They ask, they talk the money, then somebody did it right now, they want P for in pants self inside. They shock 105,000 USD. If you convert to Canada, most likely 150,000 be that, or 140,000 Canadian be that. You see, 249. That way, convert to Canada, almost 200K. You are ready to say it be the entry level of me, though. So, when you tell you the kind of people where they raise to, it give you the idea where somebody did embody all the ginger. The guy say that they need your passion. Make it not go tell me, say, you get passion fruit for house. So nobody what they say they need your passion. They need your passion, they need your determination. If you don't make your mind say you go let George did that, you see get small muscles for that. Look at him right arm, you go see the bicep for that. Yeah. If you don't make serious, make it look at though. If you don't make serious, because I don't want to make people come here in the next 6 months. By summertime, people go can't give testimony, say, Charlie, check out the guys who you bring, they be correct guys. See how these be things where they go on behind the scene, but people don't know. When they bring them public, they discuss them now. Because we Africans, we are used to working down there. We are so comfortable working down there. When I say down there, you understand. Down we born down, asylum down, we are used to working down there. And all we need is sometimes somebody to just give us the boost. Nobody say the thing we no good though. See, George, just say, Charlie, you be lead engineer. You get people on arm. You see, Kenny today, you see what I mean? Robbie today, they're carrying laptop, they bed class in Wi-Fi too. You see what I mean? They do in DevOps thing, right? But it is possible. From construction warehouse, it's possible. Would you be committed to do it? It is one thing to hear the money. It's another thing to put in the work. It's another thing to commit yourself to it. You did that way, you don't get laptop self. You will need a laptop at a point too. I don't sure say you go use your cell phone to do this one. You got because there is no way your cell phone is going to be able to do all these things. You need a laptop at a point. Is that what I mean? Wait, you did Ghana to where you not be lucky to your internet reliability to go mess you up. If you did join where your internet to go good like that, go mess you up. So Charlie, but if you give your mind, you did Africa where you watch me. You don't need to be in Canada to learn this. So this 21st century, you don't need to be in Canada to learn this. You can learn this from any part of the world, provided you are serious and game for it. I tell you this, if you commit to it and you execute, it will reward you. And the moment you enter where you start to taste the big monies, you will never go back again. That be how big money tasting deal. You taste something, check like, okay, you taste as small, you never go back. Since me, I left the factory where I taste small. That's a factory job. Yeah, in one day. Never. And this is what you need to tell yourself to say, never. One day you to go wash yourself from there. Say the factory, make somebody to can't take your position. See what I mean? No? It's possible. See the guys who they go construction the warehouse, S construction worker, S warehouse worker, S gas station worker. They go for vacation. That thing, you know they be. It be nice. It be nice. We deserve to go on a vacation like that. I have seen Nigerians make so much move in this area, even in Canada here. You see Nigerians come here, they're from different backgrounds, some of them from health, some of them. Haven't you heard Chinedu's story? Chinedu came live on my channel from the first day he came to Canada last year. How long did it take Chinedu? This same boot camp where they talk, where Chinedu do some. Chinedu right now he's in tech. Sheun from Nigeria, same guy in tech. How long did it take? The guys were committed. They were telling you what they did. These guys are here telling you the same thing. That is doable. If you say you go do it, you go do it. Where you know be online videos, they go watch way, Charlie. Like the way me after they do SQL at some point, structural query language, I crack the code. I do at my right time. I got to a point where the thing log, the thing know they write. They write the thing they write, and I needed somebody to just give me a hand and say, Charlie, this. But that is where those online courses have their limit. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. You won't get it. Online courses are great, but there is a limit to it. Sometimes you need a face-to-face person. Charlie, the thing they do. The GCMS or the thing they upload or how go do it. When you catch the way you go, see, you go and Alessia. You ask Alessia, unless I don't feel respond to you, then you go ask Javrolinta. Like Javrolinta from Nigeria. You go, hey, my name is Guys, somebody is probably asking right now, where is the link, guys? I made a mistake. I should have posted the link right from the beginning because the way the thing hit up, though. I should say, people go to message you guys rough today. You see what I mean? I'm issuing the disclaimer. These guys are not into the visa business. Don't message them asking for visa. Don't message them asking for work. They know they provide work. They are here to train and help you to go into IT. Don't take their number and be asking them for all this. All right. Let me just tie in one or two questions and then we'll call it a wrap right now. Okay. So I think, how do you enroll? I believe, let's talk about the webinar. Let's talk about the webinar that is coming up. So there is a webinar coming up on the 27th, if I got the date right. Tell me about the webinar so that I can post the link for people to join. Maybe some people want to come in and then even experience you guys a little bit more. Tell us what you want to tell us, and then we can just call it a wrap here. Okay. So
okay,
who wants to take that, Robbie?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we have actually decided to come up with a webinar to actually detail what we are talking about here, because maybe not everybody might have the chance to ask the questions that they actually want to ask. And we've got a webinar coming up on Saturday. We're going to post the flyer soon. We just entreat everybody to come in, ask questions about, because we are actually going to give talk about the proper roadmap, why we should choose DevOps and all that as well. And people will also have the opportunity to ask all questions that they want to ask as well. So yeah, we've got a webinar. We're having it in 3 consecutive 3 days, 3 weekends, which is this Saturday, the next Saturday, and then next 2 Saturdays as well. So we're just inviting everybody as well to just come in for the webinar, and they're really going to love it.
Thank you, Robbie. Kenny, I get one question. I bet the 105,000 to 149 I bet it be real.
Yeah, I even forget. You can go on Glassdoor right now. Glassdoor.
Make you Google them right now, because I've just seen that they posted like 2 days ago.
You get all the values there. Yeah, I did not cook anything. Yeah, it's
so
there.
it be real.
And if in worst case scenario, you can go on LinkedIn and check DevOps engineer salaries. You see for your own self. It's there. Yeah.
So by the time somebody will finish, somebody's microphone is on, but I think it's Ken. So you mean by the time somebody will finish a double track or gold track for Ghana education system, another person too would have graduated from IT or way DevOps training. Hey.
Exactly, Choco. And also, as part of our plan, we do have like success stories coming up, like what Chidima did, right? We have students we've worked with, and then we've tried to coach and mentor in the past, where some of them have had like great positions in this tech facet. Some are even working with Fortune companies like Walmart, and I just don't want to put all these things out there, but we are having a plan where we'll be bringing some of these folks, to share their own testimony and their experiences, and maybe, motivational, inspiring moments when the class starts to enroll, and how they have been able to, catapult themselves from no IT background to this new career path. Yeah.
Charlie, the thing they talk, they believe I'm more. Hey, Charlie, my workplace where I did. They post job for online, make people apply. Whether it be internal job or external. I see the jobs, some of them they disappear fast. Customer service support, fast is gone. Those one where they pay $14, $11, $12, no, fast. Those ones they come now within 2-3 days, 4 days now, they are gone. Customer service representative, customer support, tech support. But then the ones where he did it, full stack, DevOps, engineer this. When I want to do that, sometimes they didn't even put the salary for them because they think they scare. Me one time where I see some of the engineers for the company them a salary, that they weak me, it frustrates me. That day I tell my wife, say, hey, whoever make a go do political side, the person he messed me up. Hi, I watch the thing and say, hey, so these guys when they sit here quiet like that, even this kind of money where they collect, when the benefits where the guys get, Charlie, the guys when they talk about some of them able to take unlimited vacations, getting some match, like, donation matches. So you donate $10,000 as an employee to outside charity, your company serve the fee match down. When I watch the benefit, I say, hey, Charlie, it be like we did that down, like the system there. They refer us. When he did down there, the system, it be where they give me 2 weeks vacation and thing. Where you go, they will call you, so I say come back. So guys, this is an interesting conversation, but it's true. Africans are going to be making smart moves like this. We also deserve to be up there. We also need to become engineers and head of engineers and CEOs of Googles and stuff. But it starts with conversations like this. Conversations among us who are young parents, so that we can begin also transferring this knowledge to our kids. Our kids cannot make the same mistakes we did. We have to train them differently, raise them to be smart. The world is now a world of tech. And whether you like it or not, tech is here to stay and it will only get bigger. If you enjoyed this, please remember to look in the description box of this channel, my YouTube channel. Look in the comment section as well. I will be posting the link. I encourage you to only sign up if you want to learn more. The webinar link is going to be, I'm pretty sure I will get a webinar link from them and I'll post it. I'm also going to be posting all you need to know about IT Your Way, the company that these 3 guys have come together to create and are helping people to, build themselves in different ways. Go. I'm proud of you guys, and I'm even proud to be a Ghanaian. I'm proud to be an African. And more importantly, I'm proud to be an Ewe guy. Even I said,
let me come in.
They do IT things.
Let me come in for 1 minute, please. Just to mention, the webinar is free. It's free of charge. We are not charging anything for the webinar. The flyer you're going to actually post out there has got all the link. It's got a QR code as well. People can scan it and join the webinar straight away. If you can't scan the QR code as well, you can actually enter the URL address we've given there. It's going to take you to a page to enter the meeting ID and the password as well. We've provided all of that on the flyer as well. So just to clarify, the webinar is free of charge. We're not charging for anything. Free of charge. Okay. And it's happening on Microsoft Teams as well. So
all right. Thank you.
Basically.
Charlie, I saw a question on YouTube from one of my YouTube subscribers there. He said, Charlie, some of us, we have the training from Africa, but getting those jobs not be easy. I don't think it's even different from Ken's own. Because Ken was in UK. He also has done the training, but it wasn't easy for him to get it until he got connected and started learning some few things which changed the game for him with his second training. So sometimes you may have the credentials all right, but you may be missing some aspect that can make you go through the interview process and all of that and sail through. And I believe with the right network, you will sail through. Big ups to everybody in the tech space who is doing an amazing job, especially my Kenya brothers. The first time I saw somebody living in Nairobi with a Kenyan passport, where I see the guy in salary being paid by a foreign company, the thing, it comes me. I say, hi, Kenyans, you guys are big, eh? You go to Kenya, you see the young guys now going into tech, you don't understand. You go to Nigeria, you see the young guys in Nigeria, majority of them going into tech, you don't understand. Because that's where the money deal. That's where the money. You come to Ghana, you see a lot of young guys. When we're legal, you know, there were people who were going into tech when we were legal, Meltwater. There was a company in Medina called Meltwater. My friends, Lukman and Co, they will go and learn that. I used to insult them and say, this thing, what is this? Today, I regret. Forgive me. Charlie, guys, big ups to you. Final words, guys. If anybody wants to say something, you can. Let me start with Ken. Ken, you they talk, I think it is sweet me, Rob, because you lay the foundation. You see what I mean? Ken, give me the final words.
So our final words is, guys, you know, on our platform, we'll provide you with all the necessary skills, the knowledge, and the mentorship that you need to land a job. And all we will need from you is your passion, dedication, drive, and self-determination. And that's it, really. So, yeah, hope we'll see you all, guys, in our webinar and to give you more insight into what we're doing. And we're hoping for questions as well. So, yeah, thank you.
Yo, so you don't believe me, you don't believe Ken. Then a construction job that the warehouse, you go do chair. Yeah, Robbie, your final words.
I mean, just like Ken said, IT Aware is here because we need a lot of representation of the Black community in the IT space. You know, just like we said earlier on, when we go into the IT space, it's all about Asians, and just because you said they've got the ecosystem, we are here to dedicate ourselves as well to spread the word, make sure everybody is really moving into this, so we can also be represented up there in the IT space. So we entreat everybody to come in for the webinar and to also join our class, and then you can be up there as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. George, you there, I watch you. If you were to be an evangelist, like you could be miracle performing while you don't talk plenty, just give evidence. Don't be so.
No.
Watch the videos like this, no, and then they will repent. You know, so George, your final words.
Yep. So I mean, my two friends here have said it all. So basically, you just have to hop on the meeting coming 27th, just 2 days from now, and then you come and see for yourself. Yep.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate. Somebody's asking, what time is the webinar? Will I get a certificate? When people go through your 6 months training, would they get certificates at the end?
No, we do not give certificates.
Okay.
We do not give official certificates, but the field is such that you don't really need certificates to hit a job or to land that job.
I think I've talked about that. Certificate doesn't even matter. Show the way. Say you know how to do the thing.
The experience, yep. If you along the path to would direct some guy, would direct people who would want to have certificates, in the field, like cloud certifications and stuff. We can direct you to that path, and you would have it under your belt if you want to. But essentially, you don't need that to land your job. Yep.
Beautiful. Somebody's also asking, what time is the webinar? What time? I beg that one make a answer and give you. You see, when you see the time on the flyer, guys, we live in different parts of the world. Go on Google. If you don't know how to convert the time zone, go on Google and then check the time zone of, converting that time into your time zone. Right? I'm on Eastern time zone. Maybe you're on GMT, or you are in the Central time zone. You are this, that. Just convert it, please, please, please. If you don't, then you go miss some more. I tell you miss some before you go wake up. The thing, the passion fruit. You see what I mean? All right.
We have actually softened that part for them. We've converted all the time zones for all of them, and so even on the flyer, you're going to see, various time zones, whichever country, continents you're in, you're going to see your time zone, and it's going to be easier for you. Because
This
in
one,
IT away,
if
you
they
know,
miss out, it'll be my fault. You know, be so.
IT away, we don't want to see our people struggle, you know. So we try as much as possible to soften the ground.
You know the reason why I talk about the time zone. Some recruitment fair happened in Newfoundland. Newfoundland did a recruitment. I did a video on it. People registered the date, December thereabout, you know, and the time zone was communicated though. Charlie, one family from Africa, I'm not gonna mention the country. Right? They say, Charlie Choco, we are waiting for the thing. We are still waiting. The thing to happen already. The thing happened the day before. You see, later on where I talked to the thing was given at this time. She said she didn't know the time zone. I said, oh, madam, but this one you could have googled it to you know. The way the team paying the woman, he said she sat the whole day, she not going anywhere, you know. Either husband the day they wait for, and the thing can make pass, go, it pass. You see what I mean? So times are very important, so you don't miss it, guys. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you so much. If tomorrow one person becomes a tech engineer because of this video, it's all because you guys chose to share it. And I pray that God increase you guys in your different fields, and create more opportunity for you, spend more time with families, and keep being a blessing to other people. And George, for your spirit of sharing, God richly bless you. I was really happy when I heard what you guys were doing. Robbie, I'm really, really excited with all the experience you have coming together and then networking with boys to actually build this platform. Kenny as well, Charlie, Mauna Yami. God bless all of you guys. That day a day will come where on a construction distant job and warehouse. No, they me my CV, I delete and say they look for my factory job, I delete off for my CV. See what I mean? God bless you. Guys, have a good one. Take care. Cheers. Bye.